With the first wave of the Sisters of Battle now out in the wild, we thought we'd have a quick look at the initial kits, see what options you get for weapons and how you can put them together. So first of all, we're going to have a look at the awesome Triumph of Saint Katherine. Now this is, the big centerpiece model for the army, and it is absolutely gorgeous looking. I can't wait to get this built and get some paint on it. Yeah, even the base itself, just the detail on there. I think it's going to be a good idea to keep this in sub-assemblies while you're painting it, because it's going to be tricky to paint it if it's all built together like that. So yeah, let's pop this open and have a look to see what's inside. And here we go. So it looks like we've got 3 frames, and the majority of one of them is taken up by that absolutely awesome looking scenic base. Yeah, I kind of wish that they had some plastic bases to put your sisters on that match this, because it looks really cool. I'm sure you could do it with plasticard or green stuff, but yeah, it's kind of a shame that the rest of my sisters aren't going to match this base, so I'm going to have to come up with some cunning plans to see how they fit. But yeah, the kit is absolutely gorgeous. Loads and loads of detail, loads of cool little parts. Yeah, this whole range has been very, very impressive, and yeah, it's a sign of the kind of awesome plastics that Games Workshop can do now. This is essentially the same as Catacross, a diorama really, with a load of mini characters on it, and each of these, if they were released as a separate kind of HQ kit, would be awesome. The fact that they're all on this massive set is really cool. Let's have a quick flick through the manual and see how this looks to put together. So, I don't know if the book will advise keeping these separate, but it looks like they should be able to, yeah. So the individual kind of sisters around the relic, you could easily build separate and then leave them off. Same with the main assembly for the sarcophagus. And then yeah, the cherubs. So what I'd probably do is, yeah, build each of these parts, leave them all separate, get it painted up, and then only worry about sticking it all together at the end, because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare to get the brush in places, and yeah, you've got to go to town on this thing. But yeah, if you haven't seen the rules for it, it's pretty cool. Basically, the more damage it takes, the less relics it has. Relics got some really cool abilities, and yeah, I'm looking forward to having this as the kind of centerpiece of my sister's force. So on to the other 2 kits that they had up for pre-order last week and out today. We have got the Battle Sisters. So this is your the bulkier troops, I suppose. This can build both Battle Sister squads and Celestians and Dominions. And yeah, there's a lot of options. Now looking at the instruction manual, some of the individual bodies fit certain weapons. So it's probably not a problem if you've got multiple boxes, but you might need to have a bit of a workout of what kind of weapon options that you want. So Sister Superior, loads of options for her, and I'm sure loads of the spare parts could be used to create a second Superior. If you need one, if you've got 5 girl squads, for example. The banner bearer builds 1 of 2. I think you only get 1 banner pole, so you might need some brass rod maybe if you want to put a second one on. They look really good. I'd probably stick them on the Retributor squads and my Dominion squads. I don't know if my small sister squads are going to need banners each, because that's a lot of points over the army. But yeah, between these 2 plus the one that you got in the starter box, there's definitely options for the banners. Interestingly, the sister pulling the grenade out of her mouth also builds a heavy bolter. So between this and the Retributor kit, you've got quite a lot of heavy weapons that you could use to swap out of different squads, which is pretty handy. Likewise, another Battle Sister builds a heavy flamer. So you could build both of these heavy weapons in this box if you want to have 2 5-person squads, which is an option, or mix and match them with stuff from the Retributors. I think the beauty of these kits is a lot of options for mixing and matching across them. And then 4 of the sisters can take special weapons. So you can do a squad of Dominions if you want. You might need a couple of boxes for all the options. But yeah, it seems it's just those specific bodies that hold the special weapons. When I build these, you can have a bit of a play to see if you can swap out for any of the other kits. You might be able to do it with a bit of conversion work, but yeah, just so you know, out of the box, 4 of them will build the special weapons. And you've got the cherubs. They look awesome. So yeah, looks really nice. The counterpart to this kit is the Retributors. First of all, let's have a quick look at the frames to see what you get in this. So, lots and lots of options for heads, which is really, really nice to see. Yeah, this is something that I think people have been crying out for in these kind of kits. So every single squad can look different. Likewise, lots of options for the bodies and lots of detail. If you've picked up a few of the army sets, they are monopose. These ones, you've got a bit more choice in how you put them together, which is cool. And then the banner. Well, interestingly, it looks like you do actually get 2 arms for the banners. So yeah, with a bit of cutting, you might be able to get two banners out of a box, which is pretty handy. You might just need to adapt where it goes on the sisters to see if you've got a free arm holding a pistol or something on the other side, but I'm sure with a little bit of conversion you could probably do it. But yeah, that's a really nice kit. We'll have a look at the Retributors next. So these are your heavy weapon squads. They have an assortment of weapons in the box. You get 2 melters, 2 heavy bottles and a flamer, I want to say. Let's have a nosy inside and see what we get. So here's the sprue for the Dominions. And yeah, looks like you get a couple of each of the weapon options. It may even be 2 of each heavy weapon, which is handy. So with 2 boxes of these, you could put together 2 squads, each armed with 4 weapons, or use the extra weapons to give some heavy weapons to your Battle Sister squads, which is handy again. Again, same as the other kit, lots and lots of options for heads, which is really cool. So yeah, you shouldn't have 2 sisters that look the same, which is handy. Jumping into the instruction manual, we'll have a quick nosy at how these are put together, and again see what your options are for weapons. So yep, you've got the Sister Superior, who again has got a load of different options, and then each of the bodies can take any of the weapons. So if there's any worries about having a few in the squad with the same pose, don't need to. You can mix and match, and again with all the heads, should make it a bit more different looking than if you bought 2 of the army set stuff, which is cool. But yeah, these are really, really nice kits. I think they're going to be what you have the most of, kind of your basic infantry and your sisters army, so it's nice that they've got some really good detailed kits with lots of options. I think it would have been a shame if they were all monopose. So yeah. So let us know what you think of these new sisters kits. Are you what they expected? Do you prefer the old metal ones maybe? And if you are making a sisters army, why not share it with us over on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram in all the usual places. And yeah, I'll be sharing the progress on my Argent Shroud sisters as I start building them. But until then, we will see you later.